Welcome to Flashback Tracks. Travel back in time each Friday to an era of big hair, leg warmers, and Walkmans.
Far out.
Veg out with some clips from Downtime Broadcasting's promotional audio cassette magazine from the 80s and 90s, right here on the World Wide Web.
Today's guest rep for Rep Rap is Phil Sabinski. Phil is a rep in the Midwest area and resides in Minnesota. He's the current president of SAMRA, the Specialty Advertising Manufacturers Representative Association.
One of the advantages of being a rep is the opportunity to call on many distributors, to be able to compare the practices and market strategies of one distributor with that of another. Although there is no formula for success in this business, just as there isn't in any business, there are some discernible patterns. Here are a few I've detected. First, the most successful salespeople in this industry channel their sales into a core group of preferred supplier lines. Although the number varies from salesperson to salesperson, the concept is the same. Instead of trying to know all the lines, say for example pen lines, the successful salesperson has 2 or 3 favorite lines they know thoroughly. Remember the old saying, people sell best what they know best. In our industry, this statement couldn't be more true. The key point here is obvious. Study all the major commodities, writing instruments, wearables, leather and vinyl, glassware, calendars, etc., and select 1 or at most 2 lines from each area and know those lines completely. Their pricing, their service capability, the major market applications for each product, their custom capabilities, etc. In this way, you'll come across much more professionally to your clients and prospects. Second, says Phil, successful salespeople in this business do the little things non-successful salespeople are frankly too lazy to do. Again, here's an old sales adage that really rings true in this business. We reps have observed that the people that really do well year in and year out are always doing little things that allow them to rise above their competition. What are these little things, you ask? Well, here are 3 of their secrets to get you started. Successful salespeople in this business generally take advantage of free spec offers. For example, if we're in a sales meeting and offer free specs to a group of salespeople, believe it or not, generally only 3 out of the 10 will take us up on it. Spec samples, whether free or not, are a great way to impress your customer or prospect. Whether they buy or not, you'll make a substantial impression by presenting it. Next, successful salespeople and distributor firms in this business promote themselves well. They practice what they preach. They use advertising specialties year-round to promote their new 800 number, their summer open house, their new edition, their achievement of anniversaries, and they use year-end gifts to show appreciation to their customers. In other words, they use themselves and their business to showcase advertising specialties in action. Suppliers are always happy to work with the distributors on self-promotion orders. Here again, all reps are armed with special prices on all their lines to help you promote yourself. Simply ask your rep about these specials. And lastly, says Phil, successful people ask a lot of questions. We always know when we hook up with a winner in this business, they're the ones that always grill us with questions. They ask the good ones. Questions like, who's the number 1 prospect for that product? Or what are some of the ways I can customize that product? Or, here's an account I'm working with for an open house. How could they use that product? The point here is that their questions reflect the thinking that's gone into the question. The question has real substance. I always feel real good when I leave someone like that because I know they've really listened to my presentation. You just know they ask equally good questions of the people they call on, and as we all know, that's the key to selling. And one final thought from Phil. In doing some reading over the weekend, he says, I came across a quotation from the great American industrialist John D. Rockefeller. He said, if you want to succeed, really succeed at anything, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success. What great words, and how true. As we reps travel the paths of our territories, we hope we can help you in your pursuit of success. Good luck and good selling.
Travel back in time with us next Friday as we share more clips from the 80s and 90s on another rad episode of Flashback Tracks, exclusively on Promo Corner. Time to bounce.